Hello, my name is Vishnu. I have developed an account management system in CHash. The core purpose of this system is to manage bank accounts and process financial transactions in a secure and object oriented way. Now I'll show you the working solution of it. So these are the bank menu options. So I'll just click on I'll add a bank account of name Virat, and the opening balance is around 2 lakhs, and I'll add another bank account name Ram, and give him a opening balance account of 1 lakh. Now I'll perform deposit of a certain amount to Virat accounts, like let's say deposit of like 40,000. Oh, sorry. I'll choose the bank account name and 40,000. Yeah. So we have got a confirmation of saying a deposit of 40,000 to Virat account was successful. Now I'll transfer the amount. So from which account we need to transfer? So I'll transfer from Virat to Ram. I would like to transfer 20,000. So this is the transaction status. A transfer of 20,000 from Virat's account to Ram account was successful. A deposit of 20,000 to Ram's account was successful. Withdrawal of 20,000 from Virat account was successful. Now let's just print the bank account details of Ram. It's 1,20,000, and now let's print the account details of, and these are the transfer transactions, and that's it. That's how the working solutions of a bank account management system. Now I'll show you the core working principles in the CS files. So these are the .cs files which I have created for the bank account management systems. So there are like 6 files for separate performance of each task. So now I'll explain the key object oriented principles like abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. Abstraction is about hiding complex tasks and showing the only essential features. This is clearly example in my code where I can show in transaction.cs. We know that all the transaction must be executed and can potentially be rollback. However, the way is deposit executed is different from the way transfer is executed. The transaction class provides an abstract execute, rollback, and etc. Method. It defines what must be done. A transaction must be executed, but not how it's done. The how is left behind the deprived class deposit transaction to implement. This simplifies the bank classification. It called transaction execution on any transaction without needing to know the specific details of what type of transaction it is. And the second concept is encapsulation. Encapsulation is about bundling data and the method that operates on the data within a single unit and restricting direct access to some of an object components. That can be demonstrated using account class.cs. The account class is a perfect example. The balance property has been publicly getter better private setter. This means external code like the program class can read the balance but cannot directly change it. The balance can be only modified through deposit or withdraw. These methods contain validation logic, checking if the amount is positive or if there are sufficient funds or for withdrawal. This protects the integrity of the account data. You cannot just do my balance dot my account balance is like 1 lakh. You have to go through the control validate interface that class provides. And the third concept is inheritance. Inheritance allows class to acquire members from another class. This can be shown by the withdraw transaction, the transfer transaction, and the deposit transactions inherited from the base transaction CS. The automatic get fields like amount, execute, reverse, date stamp, rollback. More importantly, they inherit the abstract members which they force to provide contract implementations such as success, property, and the execute and print methods. The transfer transaction takes further by using inheritance and composition. It inherited from transaction, but it's also composed of withdraw transaction and deposit transaction. The bank has the and the fourth concept is polymorphism, and this can be showed using the bank.cs. Polymorphism, meaning many forms, allows objects of different classes to be treated as objects of common superclass. This is the most powerful principle demonstrated in my code using bank.cs, where the bank contains list accounts, list transactions. This list can hold any object that is transaction, a deposit transaction, or a withdraw transaction, or a transfer transaction. When a bank calls transaction.execute in its execution transaction method, or a transaction print in print history transaction, it doesn't need to know the exact type of transaction. The runtime environment automatically resolves this and calls correct execute method for the specific type of transaction in this list. This is polymorphic behavior. A single call to execute can result in many behavior depending on the actual object. This makes system incredibly flexible and extensible. So this is how the program runs. This is how the program has been created using the core fundamental concepts of OOPS like abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation. Thank you.